Hey friends, Pirate Mike here. Sure hoping you guys like adventure and treasure hunting. If you do, I sure hope you like my channel. And if you do like my channel, please like and subscribe. Please leave comments, and you can win prizes. Things I find on the beach I'm going to try to give away. Thanks again. All right, just got down to the beach again. Got Alex with me. We'll see what we can find. A high tone. It's kind of irony, but there's a lot of iron on this beach, so let's see if getting real irony now. It's starting to sound a little better. It's still high 90s though. Okay, it's in the scoop. All right, sounds like a coin now. Mid 60s. I'm thinking zinc penny. And oh, it's actually half of a key. All right, filled in this hole. Let's see what else we can find. All right, we got a little bit of treasure in the form of some really pretty sea glass, and these are primarily from old Coke and Pepsi bottles, and this one's been really ground down. Looks like an old Coke bottle. Really pretty. And we'll put that in the sea glass collection. Again, not all treasure is gold and silver. Alright, we got a little piece of green sea glass. Almost an emerald color. Really pretty. Alright, a little piece of clear sea glass, it looks like. This is what's left of all of those blue jellyfish. If you look, you can kind of see there. I guess you call it an exoskeleton. Here's the sail. If you watch one of my earlier videos, it kind of talk about like how that looks like a fingerprint almost, the design. Pretty neat. All right, got kind of a rough signal here. Sounds real irony, but again, this beach has a lot of black sand. It says 29 or 30, which is basically the exact number of that gold ring I got yesterday, so we'll have to see what it is. And it is the infamous pull tab. But now I'm forced to dig these constantly because the ring was exactly that yesterday. I got a total iron sound, but I'm going to dig it just because of the fact that there's so much black sand. Now it's kind of starting to get a mid-tone. Got a mid-tone mixed with some iron. I'm inclined to think it's part of a nail. Kind of crazy how small stuff this gets. And it appears to be part of a chain link, you know, maybe a part of a clasp or something very small. Alright, getting a barely audible, but it is showing as a mid-tone. Showing pretty deep still, but again with the black sand it can be a little bit misleading. Okay, we have it in the scoop. 34, 35. Does not sound good. It's actually sounding much better now. Pretty solid 34 to 36. I think I see something. And oh, lo and behold, I think it's silver. I don't know what it is. It does Well, it appears to be a really damaged silver ring. And, oh, actually, no, I think it's actually a butterfly pendant. But it is silver. You can tell by how purple it is. Yeah, no, it's actually a butterfly ring that's been absolutely destroyed. Maybe I'll try to bend this thing back for the wrap-up so you can see what it actually should look like. But again, first piece of silver. I'm happy. Here comes Alex. What'd you get, buddy? I got a little silver, damaged silver ring, but I put it in my pouch. What'd you get? Oh, it looks like part of a gold ring, actually. Yeah, that is. About that. Definitely part of a gold ring. There you go. Oh, wait a minute. I'm seeing copper, damn it.
Like you speak correct.
I'm sorry. I think I hate to burst your bubble, but I think I see some copper. But it's one of those Irish, I think it's called Irish wedding rings or something, or Irish love rings. Again, best for me to Google stuff before I talk. Nice job, Alex. It's still treasure.
It's gold.
Good job, buddy.
Gold color.
I'm getting something with a tinge of a high tone. Showing as a 99, but it's again very elusive. Now it's sounding all iron. Now it's got a little chirp again, but mostly iron. It definitely sounds like iron, but I'm definitely in a dig everything mode. I got a big hole to fill in. Alright, looks like it's in the scoop. Now it's kind of giving a mixed signal. I think it's still iron, but probably thin iron. And it is indeed a piece of lobster trap. These beaches you find a ton of little leftover residual pieces of lobster trap. They're just about everywhere. So we'll fill in this Grand Canyon sinkhole, massive hole to get a piece of iron. All right, we got another mid-tone mixed with iron, showing up about a 39 to 40, but it also is showing a negative, so it may just be iron. Alright, looks like it's in the scoop. Still showing 38, 39. And we might have what's left of a coin. Yeah, it sure looks like at one point in time that was a penny. It's far from a penny these days. It's had a tough life out here in the ocean. I'm getting what sounds like a low tone. Again, so much iron mixed in with it, so it's really difficult, but I'm hearing a low tone in between. It's in a scoop. It's between a 12 and a 13 and a whole lot of iron. And I think I see a very small piece of stainless steel. Yeah, probably part of a fork or a spoon. Alright, I'm getting kind of a high tone. Showing up in the 80s and 90s. Now it sounded very iron. Well, actually I got a good little chirp out of it that time, so we'll keep digging. Now it's starting to sound pretty good, actually. Showing up in the 60s now, which is interesting. It looks like it's in the scoop. Sounds really good right now, 59.60. I'm guessing zinc penny. The zinc pennies will ring up all sorts of different signals. Sometimes they ring up really low, sometimes they actually ring up high. On an Equinox 800 it'll be up to the 30s, and on a 900 up into the 90s. I've got a high tone. Sounds small, which is usually encouraging. Ringing up in the 80s. Trying to believe that's going to be a quarter, hopefully. Oh, I see it. Yeah. There you go. Very spendable quarter. Getting what could be best described as a really obnoxious high tone. Oh, and we have an earring. It's just going to be stainless steel just by the way it was sounding. This looks real cheap to me. But we do have some jewelry. Alright, we do have another nice piece of sea glass. A real pretty green one. And I think what I'm going to do is maybe get a little jar of this together and make that one of my giveaways. You can actually win some sea glass, so kind of neat. I see people make jewelry out of it, use it for crafts. Maybe when I get my act together, I'll come up with some links to some of the things people do with sea glass. A friend of mine makes wind chimes, and they're really cool. Anyway, I'm getting a high tone. Getting a high tone right here. Now it's kind of turned really sketchy, and it's actually gone more of a low tone now. Well, actually now it's back up in the 60s. Let's see what we got. Oh, I think I may have seen something goldy. And it looks like it's an earring. Now whether it's gold or just gold colored, that is still out for debate. It is not cooperating. It's getting stuck in my scoop. But definitely gold colored. I'm inclined to believe that it's junk from the post. The post is obviously stainless steel, although it's not rusted. That may actually be encouraging. Now, again, we'll have to look and see if there's any kind of stamp on it, but as I'm looking at it now, I'm inclined to believe that it's just a junk earring. Alright, looks like we got another kind of milky, looks like we got another piece of sea glass, and it's kind of a milky clear, which I kind of like these when they're kind of foggy almost. It's got some sort of design on part of it as well. A little more sea glass. Alright. Kind of a high tone, a little bit of iron, but not too much. We have it in the scoop. And now it's got all iron, and I see why. It is a paper clip. I have no idea why these things can give a pretty good signal, especially the ones that are coated, the colored ones. I got something I think is iron, but so few targets out here. It's coming up as a 98. Starting to sound pretty good again. Still showing a 98 though. Now it's getting a little scratchier. Still down there. Yeah, looks like it's in the scoop. Now it's ringing up a clear mid-tone. I'm kind of thinking zinc petty. And sure enough, it's a completely unspendable zinc penny. Oh, little piece of seagrass is a byproduct though. Pretty one. Alright, got a signal. I think it's iron. Really kind of sounds really scratchy, but we'll see what it is. It's gold color, but it's not gold. It's just a piece of copper, excuse me, brass. And, again, probably more boat junk, but sometimes things give you a little heart attack when you pull them out because they can be really shiny. Okay, I'm getting kind of a lower mid-tone, kind of coming up that 27 range. Be nice if it was a nickel. Now it sounds really like it's iron, but again, beach is really deceptive, so you know, there aren't that many targets, so you just kind of gotta dig everything. Okay, it does sound like it's a little bit better now. It's still very scratchy, but we'll bring it up in the dry. And it's actually getting a little bit better. Kind of inclined to think it's aluminum, but let's see. What do we have? Yeah, it looks like it's a little piece of well, I'm not sure what that is, so if you know what it is, let me know. Alright, explains why it's got such a horrible signal. Now it's funny, I find these a lot, and it doesn't tend to mean that people drove their cars into the ocean. What it means is to save money on fishing weights. A lot of people will actually use old spark plugs, and you'll find them quite often. I don't know, I found a ton of them. And this one's a Bosch, so maybe out of a Volkswagen. There you go. Definitely a German spark plug for you. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? All right. Got a 42 to 44 right here. Dealing with some waves. I think we have it in the scoop. I'm gonna let the water do the work in a scoop. What we got? And we have another zinc penny. Again, these things ring up just about everywhere. That one, kind of a high tone. It's bouncing around quite a bit. But it's staying mid-60s, so hopefully a coin of some sort. $62. Certainly possible it's another zinc penny. Still in the hole. Sounds really bad now. Fighting seaweed. I think it's got to be in a scoop. If not, we lost it. Okay, it's in there. and it's coming up 57 to 60s, and that's it's actually being pretty solid. Well, and there it is, the infamous blobberite. They know no bounds on which beaches they like to go to. All right, got another high tone. Doesn't sound great. Then again, nothing down here does. Now it's mid-80s. It actually sounds pretty good, but there's a lot of rocks down there. Yeah, I think it might actually be in the scoop. Oh, let's see it. It is a key. That thing's been down there a long time, fighting the waves, but yeah, it's another key. I got a low tone. It sounds really small and really junky. That is one tiny little piece of what looks to be stainless steel. What's even funnier is it actually has a little bit of writing on it. There's a little part of me that thinks it actually may say sterling. I don't know. I'll look at it under some sort of a better optics when I get home. It says something. I can't read it. Very small though. Alright, got a high tone. Now it's gotten a little gruntier. See, it's in the scoop. Now it's bouncing around that 55, 60. I'm inclined to believe that it's a zinc penny. Lots of sand crabs in that. Also known as mole crabs. I looked it up on the internet last night, as I had been told by somebody that they were sand fleas, and they're not. They're actually mole crabs or sand crabs, and they are a crustacean, not an insect. It is indeed another zinc penny. Another target. Bounce around to the high 50s into the 60s. Now it's gotten a little bit higher. It's actually in the 90s now. It's in the scoop. Now it's back down to that 40s and 50s. I think it's going to be a zinc penny. And ooh, I see something goldy color. What the heck? I don't think that's real gold though. Maybe. I don't know. I'm inclined just to believe the way it's made. It sure looks to me like it's junk. I think we're going to test that when we get home, but I just don't like the color of it. It really does not look like it's high quality Yeah, it's kind of heavy. I don't know. We'll see when we get home. I just kind of think it's probably junk jewelry. All right, I got a mid-tone, 36-ish. Probably is a big piece of iron thrown or maybe some rebar. Now it's gone almost all iron. One thing I've learned is if it doesn't come out in the first 3 or 4 scoops, it's almost always iron. Hey, it's out in the scoop, so we might get lucky. Reading a 40. We have a little piece of copper. Yeah, I got another target, kind of coming up in the mid-20s. All right, I think we got in the scoop. And we have a random little piece of copper. All right, just got a low tone, 10 to 12. Looks like it's in the scoop. Now it's up in the 31, 32, right there for a perfect for a pull tab. Nope. Or a Corona beer cap. Beautiful drinking a beer down here on the beach and then just leave your trash behind. Romantic. Not a really cool driftwood. Driving a couple days ago and noticed this little beach house, and they had taken a whole lot of small pieces of driftwood and made kind of hanging mobiles to blow in the wind. Really neat looking. So one of these days maybe I'll try to do that and see if I can give that away as well. What a cool cave. Great place to hang out and have your Mike's Twisted Iced Tea. I got a real good sounding mid-70s. Sounds a lot like a coin. And, kind of dealing with some waves. I think I have it in the scoop. I'll let the ocean do the work. Probably a penny or a dime. And it is indeed, gotta stop saying indeed, it is a dime. And a relatively spendable one at that. Alright, 29:30 in the water, so bear with me. Still in the hole. Still in there. Tell you what, nothing's coming out easy today. And always love it. Another bottle cap. Well, looks like Alex got a ring. What you got, Alex?
I got a bit of titanium.
Oh, titanium.
I can make my own submarine.
It's amazing how light those are, but that's pretty cool. It's a ring nonetheless.
I thought it was stainless at first, but it says so inside.
Great job, buddy. That's a win. Well, I thought I had some iron, but I just wanted to kind of see. Out of the hole, it's 56. And I'm thinking zinc penny. Sounding really good now, but in a zinc penny kind of way. And that's because it's a zinc penny. Completely unspendable.
I got a penny!
Yeah, we got a little sand crab. Let's watch this guy dig his way back home. And there he goes. All right, here's the wrap up. We have the trash up here. We have 2 cans, 3 bottle caps, a little bit of random trash. We do have some iron, including a spark plug. We have a couple pieces of aluminum. We have half a key and a full key. We have 5 zinc pennies, 2 dimes, and a quarter. We did miss the cycle by a nickel. We also have some sea glass, and I'm trying to come up with maybe some sort of a thing where I give some of this sea glass away because it's really cool. I've seen people make jewelry out of it and all sorts of other crafts. I've got a buddy who, as I mentioned in the video, makes wind chimes out of it, so really cool. I tend to just display mine in mason jars. If you notice, there's a red one in there. It's really cool. It's made from a taillight of an old car, and blues, and some other kind of neat colors in there. But I just display mine like that. But a lot of people like to utilize it for other crafts and stuff, so I'll try to come up with a way to give some of that away. On the good stuff, we do have what looked to be a gold earring. It is junk. We also have another junk earring. I did lose somehow, probably in my car someplace, a small gold colored pendant, but I also believe that was trash as well, or junk jewelry as well. I did try to bend this ring back into some form. It's a pretty little butterfly. That's right, a silver butterfly ring. So that's the only really decent thing I got, was a very light silver ring. And I did mention in one of my other videos, but I'm going to mention it again, I'll be giving this unbelievably beautiful stainless steel ring away. It was found by a buddy of mine named Matt, and he donated it to give to you guys. So if you're interested in it, please, again, subscribe, like, turn on notifications, and make a comment. If you make a comment that includes the words stainless steel ring, I will put you in the drawing, and I'm going to give this away probably about the 15th to 17th of May, and I will mail it to you wherever you are. And if you do win, just go ahead and contact me through my email, or you can also make a comment, and I will get a hold of you and find out how to send you this. Hey friends, Mike here, also known as Pirate Mike. Just want to say thank you so much for checking out my video. And again, I know that the video quality and the editing quality is a little dicey to start with, but I'm just learning what I'm doing. Hoping that'll greatly improve over time. Also hoping that the targets I find will greatly improve. And again, I really appreciate it. And if you didn't mind subscribing, it would really make me happy, as I am a brand new YouTuber. Thank you.